I'm Tom from DIY Life Tech, and if you have Hunter Douglas blinds, you may have pulled hard on the cord or pulled it too suddenly and had the whole cord sort of fall apart here. Either this popped out or the individual little pieces of the cord may have popped out of this plastic holder on here, and you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I broke my fancy blinds. But actually, this is designed to happen. This is a safety feature to prevent kids from getting tangled in the cord. And the idea is if they were to be tangled, this should break away. And again, that's supposed to happen. So it's pretty easy to put it back together, which is the good news. So all we're going to do is start by just laying these out on a flat surface. If the two pieces that you're seeing here, these two halves, are still connected, there's a little seam along the side. You can get a nail in there and just pry it open, or you can get a credit card in there and pry it open. So you have it in these two pieces. Then we're going to take each of these individual strings, in my case there's 4, and we're going to lay them back into the little grooves on these halves. There we go. These are in the little grooves. There might be a little plastic kind of bead almost at the end. Make sure that goes on the other side of the groove, inside of this plastic piece. Now we're going to take the cord from the pole down here, and we're going to put it into the open side of this little plastic holder. Okay, that's done. Now we're going to take these two pieces, and we're just going to take the top one here, we're going to flip it over and put it down on top of this, making sure they're aligned, and then we're simply going to snap them together to hold that all in place. So those are back in. Make sure none of these little pieces popped out again, and make sure this is all aligned, and then we're just going to simply snap this down into place. And that's going to cinch this cord in so that it's secure, and your little cords leading up to the blind are secure. And now we're back in business. This is all good to use again. There we go, looking good again. And the best way to avoid this happening in the future, instead of pulling on this decorative kind of pull at the end here, I find it's better to grip all of the little strings leading up to your blind above the snap off here, and then pull them all down at once. And that's going to ensure that you're not putting so much pressure on the snap that it comes off. So, think of this almost as more of a decorative piece, and the actual action of lifting your blind, especially if it's a fairly wide blind like the one I have here, it's going to be pretty heavy. Grab all 4 of these, give it a good solid pull, and that's going to prevent the risk of this snapping off. But if it does snap off, easy enough to put it back together as I showed there. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps.